printing and stuff right here inside of the loop. And we're going to change this to an X, change this, and what it has 3 parameters basically. You have to declare your first one, declare X equals 0, then you would put a semicolon, and then you would do your Boolean value and say X is less than 10, and then semicolon, and then you would need to increment it. And this is the way you would do that one. You'd basically set up your whole while loop, and as you can see, it just zeros. And that's because it's printing smell each time, not X. But if we printed the X, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Well, that's because we're incrementing it here, and we're incrementing it here. Let's take that increment out. It messed us up, didn't it? Here we go. There we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. And then, as you can see, 4, we declared it, gave our true false value, and then incremented it. And it printed it out each time this was true. Okay. Our next step is branching. You've already seen a little bit of branching with that case statement, and basically with the switch statement, which had the break in it. Break is a part of branching. So is continue and return. Return is another one. These are all parts of the branching. And let's go ahead and delete these. And we're going to create us a small little program. Let's see. Let's create a string. Search equals my fan is green. And I'm going to walk you through this. Just follow me right now. String green equals green Boolean status equals false, int max equals search. Basically this search, as you see, it highlights, and then we're going to do a dot length less than green dot length, and then end it. Our next step is we're going to put a banana, or banana, I'm just going to do banana, and then throw a that on it. I'll explain what that is later, and we're going to create a for loop, int I for increment. It's pretty common to use that for increment. Equals 0, I less than or equal to max I plus plus, and then we're going to increment it. Let's throw it in some curly braces and throw a int x equals green dot length int j equals I, int k equals 0, and then we're going to throw a nested nested while loop inside of this, meaning the while loop is inside of the for loop, meaning it's got to run this too. And this is going to be x incremented down, not equal to 0. Some curly braces, and we're going to throw another nested loop in, nested if in it, and this one's going to be search dot char at j plus plus not equal to green dot char at k plus plus. Let's go outside of here, throw on some curly braces, and do a continue banana. That could be named anything. Basically, it's a reference point for this, for your branching. You could do continue without this, and it would just continue all the way up, continue past all that, and just go on to the next, to the for loop. But we want it to continue at banana. So, just in case y'all were wondering what that meant, then we're going to go down to our second curly brace, and we're going to say status equals true. Throw on that, and then we're going to break it and go banana. We're going to break it at banana. So basically it's going to run through this, hit banana, run it again, continue, hit it, run, hit, run, hit, run, and it's going to keep doing that. And then finally, whenever it can't do it anymore, it's going to go to the break on the banana and just continue on with the software. And our next step is just throwing a system.out.print line, and we're going to print the status. Win, and if you don't win, you lose. And then our software is done. Now let me run over this with you. We created a string. We created a string that says my fan is green, and then we created a string called green that says green. We gave it the boolean value status false. We created an integer called max that is equal to search minus length minus search the length of green. And then we put this little reference point right here, and then we created a for loop. And what this is going to do is it's going to search through this and try to find green. And if it finds green, it's going to return a result. Let's run it and see how that works. And as you can see, it returns true. It says win because it's true. But if it did not find green, let's take an E out of here and call it grin. And as you can see, it says lose. Now let me get a little more in depth with it. So it's saying for the int, we created the integer I, gave I is less than or equal to max, and max is search.length. So basically it's all these characters minus green.length, which is all these characters. So it's this minus this. And then we created an int x, and we made that x equal to green, so it was equal to 4. We created int j and made it equal to I, so it's going to be incremented each time, so this value is going to go up each time. it runs through the loop. And then we gave k and the value of 0, and k will always be 0 except for right here. And then we did a while loop. In our while loop we said while x minus means x minus 1 is not equal to 0, run this. Let me put a space right there. And then if it runs through here, it goes through here. If search.chart at j++ is not equal to green.chart at k++, so it's saying search char at is finding the character, basically the characters G, R, E, N, N, is not equal to green.chart XX continue. So basically it just hits this. If these are not equal, it shoots right up here. It hits right here and it shoots right back up. And then it comes back to banana, and then it runs through the whole process again until finally this equals true. When this equals true, it just comes back down to right here, sets it to true, breaks the banana, and then prints out the value. If it doesn't ever become true, then it just goes through it and doesn't print anything except for lose. And that's how you would run this program. Let's run it again. We get a win because green is indeed inside of string search. And if we change that, as you can see, lose. That was the last bit of this program. I don't know if I explained what continue does. Continue basically says to continue from right here. So when this continues, it says continue at banana. So if it hits this, it comes back up to banana and then runs from there. And then if it keeps hitting that, it'll just keep coming back up to banana. And break basically breaks it from banana. So it just jumps out of the banana and then comes to here. And that's how that works. I want you just to, for your assignment, I just want you to mess with this. Like try to print out the J's. Just throw in like some little system out print lines. That way you can actually see like the J's and stuff. Break in different spots. Throw some continues in different spots just to see what would happen. Try to mess it up a little bit, and then try to repair it. Throw in your own little comments and stuff. Also, I would like to see you mess with the while loops and the for loops and the do while loops. I'd also like to see you mess with the if statements and the switch statements. My name's Jason. Thank you for watching. This was Lineware.